Welcome to the Hellgate High School's 2024 graduation ceremony. Please stand, face the flag, and enjoy the national anthem performed by Hellgate Choir standout, Kay Fife.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, though the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please remain standing and help me recognize our MCPS Superintendent, Mr. Micah Hill.
Good afternoon. My name is Micah Hill, and it is my pleasure to be with all of you to celebrate our graduates on this special day. I would like to begin by recognizing our location on this beautiful landscape with the MCPS land acknowledgement. The Missoula and Bitterroot Valleys are the original homelands of the Salish and Kalispé people who inhabited this land since time immemorial. This area was also frequented by other tribes, including the Sanka, Niitsitapi, Nuwa, Apsaluka, and Kiowa people. We acknowledge that we are gathered on indigenous territory and honor the original stewards of this land and their descendants, many of whom continue to live, work, teach, and learn in this community. We are committed to showing gratitude for this land and its indigenous people by respecting and remembering this in our thoughts and actions. At this time, I would like to welcome the Rawhide singers, Paul Oldchief and Arlen Edwards, to the stage as they sing and honor our graduates with a Blackfeet Warrior song. Please remain standing if you can for the honor song.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty members, and graduates of Hellgate. You know, today is an honor for us to be able to sing you an honor song. The song that we're gonna sing is the Blackfeet Warrior song, and you guys are warriors in your own right because you guys accomplished something that holds great significance because this high school diploma is gonna bring you to a BA degree, a master's degree, and a doctorate degree. So this is a milestone for you, and it's our pleasure and honor to honor you. Okay.
Hey!
Please sit. Thank you. First off, to our Rawhide singers. I'd like to recognize a few other notable MCPS people that helped all of us get here today. Mr. Cohen Mercer, our board chair, Ms. Willina Oldperson, our board member, Jennifer Vogel, and our board member, Arlene Walker-Andrews. I would also like to thank Micah Hill and Kay Fife for starting our graduation ceremony of 2024. My name is Judson Miller, and I have the privilege of welcoming all of you to the 2024 graduation ceremony. Today's event marks the culmination of years of hard work from everyone in this stadium. I am honored to share this morning with all of you as both an educator and the principal of Hellgate High School. For years, we made numerous adjustments to everything related to education and messed with your lives in any variety of ways. It is very exciting to be here with the class of 24 as the group who experienced the most disruption and the group that was able to set everything back to normal. When I tell people what I do for a living, the typical response is, yikes, those kids must be rough. Society may depict high schoolers as a scary group, and I always give a puzzled look and truly don't understand that perception. I think I have the best job on the planet, and working with all of you is the reason why. You are all so optimistic about what comes next, so positive about your ability to figure things out, and full of so much potential. This ceremony is the best possible way to recognize and celebrate all of you as superior representatives for our future. And you're all the people that need to succeed so I can enjoy retirement. I wish all adults could experience how wonderful you all are and the capacity you have to reshape our world for the positive. It is a privilege to hang out with all of you and watch you embrace a better tomorrow in so many amazing ways. In short, I love coming to work because I get to hang out with all of you, and it's a great way to end that journey. You are leaving Hellgate High School a better place because of your ability to care for each other, care for our community, and care for yourselves. Before we begin our formal ceremony, I would like to ask all of you for a few favors to ensure that graduation is special for everyone in attendance. First of all, graduates. Even though we are recognizing your achievements today, this diploma is not yours alone. Please look around you. Your family, your friends, this community, and our entire staff took part in your graduation process. Graduates, when you exit after the ceremony, please take a special moment to thank all of the people who helped create this special honor. Don't be embarrassed when someone hugs, cries, or says that they love you after the ceremony. It's okay to appreciate and recognize everyone who has helped you along the way. Audience, please help all of us during the ceremony. Please refrain from excessive noise making and shouting or otherwise distracting our readers during both speeches and the diploma distribution. Each student and family has earned the privilege of hearing the name of their graduate and watching each student's special moment on stage. Distracting noises forever drowns out the name of the next graduate, preventing everyone from experiencing the same recognition. We have created time for cheering and celebration once every graduate has had the opportunity to receive their diploma. In short, please refrain from excessive noise making so every family can enjoy the same privilege. Enough from me. We are all here for you, and we are going to continue our ceremony with a few special guests. We're going to start with a musical performance from our award-winning Hellgate Choir. Please direct your attention to the screen behind me.
The only time I got to praying for a red light was when I saw your destination as a deadline. This is normal conversation, baby, it's all fine. Making quiet calculations where the fall lies. This is good living, or at least it was. It takes a strong hand and a sound mind.
The college kids are getting so young, ain't they? They're correcting all the grammar on spray paint. And I even gave up driving after nightfall. I got tired of the frat boys with the right song. This is good land, or at least it was. Takes a strong hand and a sound mind.
makes me smile to know when things get hard. Ooh, you'll be far. Ooh, you'll be far from here. And while I stay shut up in the yard, ooh, you'll be far. Ooh, you'll be far, far from here. So pack up your car and your heart. Sing wherever you feel, be wherever you want. We ain't angry at your love. You're the greatest thing we've lost. The birds still sing, your folks will still fight. The bars will still creak, the leaves will still die. We ain't angry at your love. We'll be waiting for your love. I'll be here forever. I'll be here forever. We're overdue for a revival. Spent so long just getting by. But that's the thing about survival. Who the hell likes living just to die? You told me you would make a difference. I got lost and shut you down. It won't be by your own volition. If you step foot outside this town.
But it's all we've had
For always. So pack up your car, put a hand on your heart. Say whatever you feel, be wherever you are. We ain't angry at your love. You're the greatest thing we've lost. The birds will still sing, your folks will still fight. The boys will still creep, the leaves will still die. We ain't angry at your love. We'll be waiting for your love. I'll be here forever. I'll be here forever. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go far. Yes, you are. If you wanna go far, then you gotta go far.
I need to take a moment to recognize our Hellgate music programs. Ellen McKenzie, Jesse Docknall, and Ryan Davis all do an amazing job. Not only are our programs a wonderful home for so many nights, the three of them make Hellgate look good and even better every time they perform. There were a number of graduates sitting with us today who were selected for Hellgate specifically, or who selected Hellgate specifically for the amazing performing arts experience. A huge thank you to our entire department and to our graduates who helped make it such a premier program. Speaking of premier programs, under the guidance of Ms. Valita Roll, our student government advisor, our next speakers and a host of student leaders have also helped to grow our school in the most positive ways this year. The work of student government has helped set the stage for an even bigger class of student leaders next year and definitely improved our school in innumerable ways. I am excited to introduce our first real speakers of the day, student government presidents Devin Deshaw and Ellen Davis.
Good afternoon, family, friends, administrators, and staff, and especially the class of 2024. For those who don't know me, my name is Devin Deshaw, and I have very proudly served as our class's senior class president. Rather than sharing a story about our class's trials and tribulations, I would like to briefly talk about a figure that has played an influential role in many of my peers' lives, including my own, Mac Miller. Miller became a household name after the release of his mixtape Kids, featuring songs like Senior Skip Day, Poppy, and Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza. He had written the album following his own high school graduation, at the very same age as us. None of the tracks are delving into the meaning of life, but rather shared the overarching theme of celebrating one's youth, including all of the mundane and spectacular experiences that have come along with it. Perhaps his discography is unknown to many here, but for the dominating population, these songs were what encapsulated our high school experience. Many of the students here can relate to the memory of listening or even shouting the lyrics to the Spins, celebrating what was yet to come, the freedom of graduation. Others may hold the album as a goofy and not at all introspective look at the simple joys of being 17 and our only responsibilities being limited to our finals. I come in no place of dispensing advice. However, I can carry Miller's constant sentiment that the last 4 years, and even longer for many of us, have been spent with each other, playing, learning, teaching, and growing together. While our anticipation grows for what's ahead of us, remembering and celebrating who we are and how we became stays just as important, especially when it's been because of the people supporting here now, or the people sitting all around you, just as they have been for the last 4 years. So I will say in the great words of Mac Miller, enjoy the best things in your life, because you ain't gonna get to live it twice. I hope you all look back at this time we've spent, not with lingering regrets, but pride for who we became in such a short period of time. It is in who we became together and what we have the possibility to do now that will continue to light the fire of our youth. Thank you, and now I'm honored to introduce our student body president, Ellen Davis, to the podium.
Thank you, Devin, and hello, all. Welcome to a day filled with tears of sadness and joy, a day of reminiscing and of dreaming, a day that marks the end of one chapter and the start of another. This is the day us graduates have been anticipating since we first got our school emails that began with that little 24, followed by some jumble of letters that slightly resembled our name. I remember thinking, why the 24? And then realizing it was our graduation year. It seemed so far away then, yet here we are. In a way, this little number has been a constant companion on our journey. From recesses spent on the swings, filled with laughter, to late-night study sessions spent stressing about a test the next day, to this moment here. Our 24 email has been with us through it all. It has served as a reminder of this date today, every time we log onto our Chromebooks or send an email. It used to seem so daunting. We weren't able to even imagine the type of people we would be in 2024. We would be, like, old. But with each login or email, 24 became a more familiar part of our identity, like a goal slowly coming into focus. Similar to when we were first assigned that 24 email, this next chapter probably feels exciting, but also a little scary, filled with unknowns of how to navigate all these new experiences. Except now, instead of those unknowns being who will I eat lunch with, or how in the world am I going to make it through this period of algebra, they're what will I do with my life and where will I live? Like the rest of us, I don't have the answers to these questions, but I do know, or at least I have been told by older and wiser people, that it is in these moments filled with unknowns where we are pushed outside of our comfort zone that bring about a chance to grow and learn new things. This feeling of being overwhelmed is a good thing because it means there are so many possibilities out there for us. So embrace this time of change. Soak in the memories you have made and welcome the many new opportunities to come. Remember the power of small symbols like our 24 email and how taking small steps each day got us here. And look back on how far you have come. Think back to little you when you first got that 24 email and how you have already grown and learned so much. Bit by bit, little by little, one login or email at a time, we have made it through the last 13 years together. It's time now, though, to turn the page, leave behind that email, and start this new chapter. Finally, on behalf of the class of 2024, I want to thank each and every one of you who is here today. Thank you to my fellow graduates. Together, we helped each other get to this moment. Thank you to all the teachers, administrators, janitors, office staff, parent volunteers, and coaches. You have dedicated countless hours to our success, and we are endlessly grateful. And thank you to all of you up in the stands today. Your unwavering support and love towards each of us doesn't go unnoticed. As we head into new adventures, we'll never forget what we have here. This place, these people, have made us who we are and will inspire us as we move forward. And one last thing, remember Hellgate, be safe,
Be respectful.
be responsible,
We are graduates.
and you will always be a knight.
It's been a hell of a ride. And with that, good night.
Congratulations.
Nice work. Nice job. All right, it is my honor to introduce our faculty speaker, except this faculty member is a professor at the University of Montana, Mr. Justin Engel.
Thanks, Judson. Before we start, just take a moment and look around at all the people here to support and celebrate you. Just look around and express some gratitude. They're here to celebrate you, and they helped you get here. So being a professor means I get to go to a lot of these things. I've seen a lot of talks, and never have I been to one that I complained was too short. So Mr. Miller instructed me to keep it under 5 minutes, and I will do that. Stay upwind. I'll repeat those 2 words throughout this talk, and I hope you remember them. Stay upwind. I grew up sailing. Sailing is about harnessing the wind to get to where you want to go. It's much easier to sail with the wind than against it. So when you start a trip, it's a good idea to sail upwind first. Sailing upwind is difficult. You have to tack back and forth. It can take a long time. But once you get upwind, you have many options. And this is useful even if you don't know your destination. If you stay upwind, you'll have many destinations to choose from. If you don't, you'll cut off opportunities before they even present themselves. So stay upwind. Doing hard things and working hard at them gets you upwind. Evolution shaped us through a process of stress and adaptation. We don't learn or improve unless we stress our systems and allow them to adapt. The trouble with this model is that it's really hard to choose stress. Generally, we don't like to do hard things because they're hard. Staying upwind means doing the hard thing first. For me, I used to run 100-mile races. I even won a few. People think that means that I'm a fast runner. I am not. But I'm good at running slow for a long period of time. The difficult thing I had to do was convince myself that I could compete with faster runners because I could outlast them. Convincing myself that that was true, believing in it, got me upwind. For you, staying upwind means doing the hard work of developing useful skills. Learn to write really well. Learn to express yourself through art. Develop social skills. Learn how to deal with conflict. Get good at math and be curious. Stay upwind. Surround yourself with smarter, more talented people. They will make you better. Students often ask me what they should major in. Majors are pretty much useless. Major in great teachers and hard classes. Show up on time and raise your hand. Stay upwind. Staying upwind means getting things done, but also trying to do things that you're not sure you can do. You'll never know your limits until you find them, and they're generally well beyond what you expect. The challenge you face today, there's never been a moment quite like now. The confluence of technology, politics, and economics has created an addiction industrial complex. Not only does that complex constantly steal our attention, it continually serves us with attractive alternatives to doing hard things. In other words, it pushes us downwind. We don't have to exercise anymore. We have Ozempic. We don't have to write anymore. We have ChatGPT. We don't have to talk anymore. We have Snapchat. These conveniences feel like tailwinds. They make our lives easier. But if you allow them to carry you too far downwind, you'll end up with very few options. So stay upwind. Staying upwind means asking interesting questions. What's an interesting question? Well, it takes a long time to find out. You need to ask a lot of bad questions before you can ask good ones. The good news is that there are so many interesting questions and hard problems to work on right now. Climate change, housing, drug policy, social justice, immigration, restoring some semblance of functionality to our democracy. Take any issue with a vast divide between opposing sides and find the space in the middle. That'll get you upwind. Understand the best arguments against your point of view. Staying upwind means saving money now. Understand compound interest. It works a lot like gravity. Learn how to harness it and good things will happen, but defy it at your own peril. The same holds true with other people's emotions. Being kind, grateful, and generous will help you get upwind. Staying upwind means taking care of your body. It's the only one you'll ever have. Follow Michael Pollan's advice. Eat real food, mostly plants, not too much. Move around as much as you can and lift heavy things on occasion. Do burpees. Staying upwind looks a lot like getting up early, like calling instead of texting, like handwriting your thank you notes. It looks like reading books and saying sorry when you mess up. Staying upwind is an investment in yourself. And whatever you do next, college, work, military service, demand a strong return on that investment. Staying upwind is hard. And if you get good at something hard, chances are you'll start to love it. A couple of weeks ago, one of your classmates told me, "It's our turn to experience the cliches." Indeed it is. Congratulations. You've done the hard work to stay upwind. Stay there.
Thank you, Mr. Justin Engel, Ellen, and Devin, and the entire student body. I would like to thank all of you for your work and effort over the past 4 years. You did a marvelous job of resetting the standard for Hellgate High School. And additionally, I need to express a deep and heartfelt thank you to our entire Hellgate High School staff. The effort and care they put into helping and honoring all of us is remarkable. Our entire community contributes to our school, and it's an amazing place because of it. Their work keeps our school safe, welcoming, and focused on learning. So thank you. Now, for the main event. We are continuing the formal ceremony and moving to the reading of the names. I am going to introduce our reader today and standout drama teacher, Dr. Laramie Dean. And I am going to reintroduce our superintendent, Mr. Micah Hill, who will help transition our group to the formal graduation process.
All right, this is the moment we're waiting for. By the authority vested in me by the state of Montana and the Montana Office of Public Instruction, I present to you, this community, and to our Board of Trustees for Missoula County Public Schools, the members of the Hellgate High School class of 2024, as having fulfilled all of the requirements and obligations to be awarded a diploma from Missoula County Public Schools. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and honor to present to you the 2024 graduates of Hellgate High School. Congratulations.
Tobias Lynn Adams. Stella Miller Albritton. Craig David Allmacher. Ellie Claire Althauser Vlad. Carmen Elizabeth Anderson. Chloe Elizabeth Anderson. Landry Lynn Anderson. Jack Michael Anderson Berg. Beacon John Apuzzo. Parker Reese Arneson. Asher Isaiah Attard. Heba Awad. Ashlyn Marie Babbitt. Kira Tracy Babbitt. Arjun Vanit Bachman. Felix Murphy Bacon. Audrey Leora Baldwin. V. Joyce Ballard. Lane Alexi Bornstein Bonziger. Kaylee Jane Barber. Josephine Elise Bardine. Ian Thomas Barnard. Aiden Ray Edward Bayford. Isabella Sophia Beaton. Madeline Beck Inman. Isla Elizabeth Bell. Ayla Adele Bennett. Aurelia Maisie Bidwell. Brooke Nicole Best. Alex Bear Bigback. Essen Higgins Bliss. Cameron Michael Bowman. Madigan Elizabeth Brennan. Kaya Lynn Brown. Lucinda Lynn Brown. Sage Madison Brown. Nicholas Meshach Browning. Lillian Sophia Buchanan. Desiree Starr Burrish Miller. Martha Eliza Byrne. Miles Avery Byrne. Kenneth Tariq Lee Campbell. Kaylee Elizabeth Carlson. Avery L. Carpenter. Caden Lewis Carrier. Mary Catherine Carson. Kian Warren Caudill. Colin Stanley Chambers. Sharday Mahala Clemens. Ryan Theodore Combs. Samuel Francis Conway. Taya Faith Lynn Crocker. Haley Rose Curran. Reese Jacob Ryan Curzon. Owen John Daniel. Lena Nikki Davis. Ellen Ray Davis. Phoenix Lily Astrid Davis. Sophia Eve DePestino. Wesley Snow Dennison. Elizabeth Lita Depew. Andrew Wilson Derry. Devin Venice Dayshaw. Stella Caitlin Diaz. Phoebe Alder Dillon. Sophie Keisha Dissa. Catherine D. Donovan. Owen Andrew Dry. Alex Stephen Duello. Eleanor Sage Dula. Palmer William Dunn. Christina Yan Dyke. Fiona B. Easton. Caden Daniel Edgerton. Spencer Ray Eisenstadt. Audrey Daniel Lynn Elliott Muchow. Devin James Esterline. Linnea Mary Margaret Farr. Porter Allen Fernie. Michael Malik French. Ethan John Fitchner. Kay Morgan Fife. Canyon Quincy Fike. Macy Hope Flomer. Natalie Floyd. Jillian Nancy Fontaine. Harrison Teague Fortunati. Wilson Robert Freer. Jacob William Fuss. Cody Wilder Gearhard. Charles Patrick Gerheim. Melinda Marie Jarvis. Graydon Andrew Gilder. Evan Alexander Good. Jared Tyler Graham. Elizabeth Hope Gray. John Francis Greenwood. Dylan James Gunlock. Lucy Grace Hansen. Oliver Oakes Hansen. Frederick George Hartman. Connor Emilio Harvey. Ivan Vonnegut Healy. Max Taft Heiner. Sayer Smith Henderson. Edward Lawrence Hettick. Thea Mae Hill. Halen Marie Hilmo. David Ernest Hysaw III. Liev Anatoly Huber. Theo Franklin Huggins. Charles Lawrence Hughes. Seth Joseph Udelchalo. Amelia Serendipity Jeffs. Caden Richard Johnson. Lacey K. Johnson. Maya Leva Johnson. Annika Longanet Johnston. Lucia Carol Johnstone. Marion Price Johnstone. Samantha Rivka Jollis. Kygo Arthur Jones. Kinna Lee Camps. Rinchin Sungmo Karchungsang. Gavin Sean Kelly. Julia Josephine Key. Leo Thomas Kimple. Claire Scott Kinderwater. Evan Lily Kolzak Hardy. Violet Marie Krylik. Brennan Ray Labby. Isabella Ruth Labby. Margaret Rose Lake. Lily Mae Lambert. Michaela Lynn Landry. Madeline Elizabeth LaRock. Chloe Marion Brott Larson. Brandon Nolan Leathers. Court Augustine Lehman. Kalina Grace Lowen. Iris Tollefson Lowe. Sylvan Kalilo Lubelli. Jaden Kai Lumpkin. Riley Page Lumpkin. Luca John Lakatua. Sieta May Magpie. Rokeaya Gazwan Mandu. Garrick Andrew Kane Manger. Max River Manhan. Alcine Susan Marie Max. Nevica Cherry McCarville. Rexton Yardley McCormick. Chloe Catherine McCullough. Eliza Ray McDonald. Harrison Atlas McGovern. Eric Joseph McGowan. Quinn Ellis McKelvey Pham. Sebastian Lee McVeigh. Alex Elizabeth Miservi. Casey A. Matuli. May Lynn Michelson. Lydia Susan Taylor Milbrat. Sonia May Millick. Gillian Gertz Millar. Sophia Adriana Kern Miller. Scar Miyashita Jaime. Kayla Elena Montez Gonzalo. Baker Charles Morgan. Gretchen Athena Whitney Morgan. Sheehy River Maury. Ian James Morris. Alex Iva Mund. Aspen Roxana Murphy. Saken Christian Scott Murphy. Luca Tyler Musco. Luke Douglas Hopp. Nora Irene Myers. Sophia Louise Noskovitz. Henry Lee Naughton. Cameron Kennedy Newbold. Aaliyah Adeline Francis Newman. Jamie Lee Niebel. Timber Henry Nilsson. Wyatt Bartley Norris. Tanner Allen Nybo. Rory Sky Ojala. Milo Patrick Oliver. Mantas Rankala O'Neill. Lily Emmeline Osborne. Rose Owens Barber. Oh no. Lucy Kimbrough Castor Parson. Alyssa Margaret Parsons. Merlin Arthur Parsons. Mateo Vaughn Patjohn. Tanner J. Paulson. Harper Peach Riley. Colin Riza O'Leary. Logan Matthew Peterson. Nico Michael Petrini. Joshua James Lee Pearson. Lane Liana Paulin. Caitlin Emmeline Porch. Araya Joe Porter. Riley Jean Portman. Jesslyn Juanita Pruitt. Aurora Weaselhead Rain. Sawyer May Reed. Liam Christopher Richardson. Amelia Lisa Richmond. Edison James Rosbarski. Max Lee Rosen. Noah David Roselick. Gemma Caroline Ryan. Ava Marie Saltzman. Madalena Salvadori. Ileana Lorraine Santiago. Silas Keith Savoya. Maureen Eve Schaefer. Michael Joseph Skirmerhorn. Marley Marie Schluter. McKenna Bodette Schmaus. Brooklyn Kayana Shonen. Finley Elizabeth Schrickta. Miles Ronan Schroeder. Gabriel Ori Schwartz. Charles Emerson Schwartz. Otto Joseph Seagrave. Annalise Sunshine Sharkey Hummel. Mustafa Yahya Sheikh Saleh. Beatrice K. Shimontek. Nix James Shinnick. Caitlin Ray Skinner. Braden G. Smetana. Asa J. Arlo Smetanka. Chase Elizabeth Smith. Dominic Andrew Smith. Logan James Snell. Lauren Grace Snippen. Emma Marie Snodgrass. Graham Thomas Southall. Charles Lee Ray Speaks. Lily Ann Springer. Isaiah Drew Squires. Lily Jean Marie Stearns. Randy Eli Stedman. Kayla Amelia Steinberg. Vivian Rilke Steinberg. Tyler David Stelling. Anna Grace Stensrud. Aiden Lease Stevens. Anaka Fong Ting Stymack. Otto Martin Stockman. Logan Bengerman Strite. Liesel Ann Strohmeyer. Samuel Peyton Swain. Ella Grace Swanson. Ruby Jane Taylor. Grayson Rivers Turtel. Ayama Tokunaga. Emily Ann Elizabeth Martinez Prochet. Sheldon Andrew Tosh. Haley Marie Tui. September Marie Tuiano. Graham Addison Tutsky. Ben Salvatore Umhai. Parker Reed Waddell DePoit. Avery Jackson Wade. Taylor Lynn Walker. Grace Mackenzie Ann Wandler. Kayliana Lynn Watney. Marianne Ruth Whitman Darnell. Olivia Patricia Wilbur. Layla Audrey Wilkerson. Lillian Pearl Wilson. Artemy Henry Wilson. Rose Griffins Wiltsey. Elias Fox Winterer. Rowan Axel Wolfkale. Evangeline Diana Wright. Zaylee Bryce Anaba Wright. Hadley Pamela Ublas. Sydney Kate Young. Riaz Zazai. Anouk Solon Zunker.
All right, we're going to give a little wait time to get people back to their seats. And then we are going to invite our last special guest up to the podium. To be honest, after yesterday's practice graduation, I was a little worried how today would go. But in true fashion, our graduates showed us all how it was done when the time counted. It was amazing. So without further ado, we are going to ask our graduates to stand. We're going to give a little bit of wait time, and then we are going to invite Wilson to come up and transition our formal ceremony. Come on up, Wilson. Wilson's going to help us out with the transition, and no transition can be complete without the sword. So Wilson is going to help us transition our formal ceremony with tassels starting on the right. Wilson, help us out. Turning of the tassels right to left. There we go. Congratulations, class of 2024. Okay, we're all set. You guys can exit out the back, families.